Hey everyone, this is Fall93862, and welcome to the next video. I just realized that while I was getting the videos onto this computer, that they were pulling some pretty heavy gigabytes. They were big video files. So they're going to be uploaded in several separate parts, probably. I really don't want to have to do that. I wanted to put them all in one video, but it's going to be a really long video, and I didn't want to have you guys... That's how nervous I am, sorry. And I didn't want to have you guys sit through a very long video, so I'm just giving you this little intro, telling you that it's going to be in multiple parts. This is going to be part 1, and I don't know how many parts they're going to be, but we'll see. So yeah.
So.
Hello!
Hello everyone. Welcome back to
You have
D&D Session 2.
Also known as Horrifying Fun.
My name is Austin, my character name is Thompson.
Austin the Thompson?
Thompson!
My name is George.
Dude in John Lennon's band. And that's the cleric way over there.
Put your
You're banished.
Make me.
Banished.
Okay, I'll do it myself.
And a new person, that's Truffle Knudsen.
Hi.
Also, yeah.
So now, remember, whenever something goes wrong, blame the newbie. Rule number 1 of...
And you.
Wait, so like
rule number 2, blame Borka.
You're the cause of every single problem.
Usually, it's my fault.
No, he gives influence. It's not his fault.
He's the one who makes us
So,
He plays out the play.
Story time.
The portal is open to you. There's a bit
Portal.
of fetid air coming out of this stairwell that leads down
I've already walked down into
in
it.
the center of the forest. The surrounding area, the stone that it's made out of, because the whole thing is made out of stone, is gray in color, not native to this area. It has a bit of mold along the bottom edge of it, but then it clears up as it goes up in dusting.
Ew.
As you make your way down the steps, it gets wetter and wetter and wetter. And the mold starts to get thicker on the walls, and it also has a color change. It goes from being a regular, like, yellowish mold
Eh.
to a black color that's almost tar-like and smells oily by the time you get down to the bottom. Now, it's a spiraling step, and it goes twice around before you get down to the bottom, and then there's a hallway that leads directly ahead. There are no torch sconces, so it's very, very dark in here. Anyone with low light vision can only see about 10 feet in front of them. Anyone with dark vision can see 60. I think we only have low light.
I have low light.
I have low light.
Low light. As far as I'm aware.
Yeah, those with low
Wait,
light vision
what-
can
I
only
mean, not
see,
even actually. I don't even know if I have any. I have high.
You human doesn't have low light.
Yeah, I
you
don't
can only
even have
see
anything.
10 feet in front of you.
I have
So you
dark
would
vision.
need...
But you're not there.
Well, she is there. She's just not there.
Yeah.
You would need some other method of seeing further, such as a lantern, a light spell, or something else.
Work on, use your file.
This place reminds me of every house I've ever lived in.
Who wants to use Borka as a slide?
The ceiling's about 10 feet high, maybe a little bit higher.
For a
I
no.
can touch the ceiling, mods.
No, you can't. Shut
I
up.
can't!
Hey, Gnomish boost.
There were no ceilings you can touch.
Gnome boost.
I think I had. Actually, I think I already had a rock that I turned into a torch last time by lighting it up.
Yep.
No, if I crawl into a vent, I can touch the ceiling.
Yeah, vent.
Yeah, but this isn't Five Nights at Freddy's, and you're not Toy Bonnie.
The air is very
But
dusty
Can I be
down
foxy?
here. It's musty. It's like an old
No.
basement. It stinks. And it has that oily kind of scent that goes along with it. Along the bottoms and the corners, what looks like black mold just kind of runs along the edges of it. And that's all you can see at this distance. You see about 10 feet in front of you.
This place reminds me of my cannibal closet. It's where I cannibalize the cannibals.
God damn it, Borkan.
Hey, don't judge me.
You know, have you ever thought about using your powers for a better purpose?
No! But
You should. You're a very powerful person. You have a lot of influence, and you can use your powers for better things.
Excuse
A
me.
bit of a shuffling sound.
Think about it.
Like somebody walking like this coming from way down the hallway. It's relatively quiet, but you can still hear it. So there is some movement there.
I cast Eldritch Blast in the direction of the...
Oh god.
With his light stone, you can now see 30 feet in front of you. And at the 30-foot mark, on either side, there's a little alcove. And in the alcove is a very large, 12-foot tall suit of armor that's hunched over like this. Has very large gauntlets on, and there's patches of rust all over it.
Can I observe with engineering?
Yeah, if you get closer, and he comes with you. Otherwise, no.
Yeah, I'm not sitting
The
within.
Eldritch Blast lights
use my
up the
rock?
hallway for about in a straight line. Dark purple light
Good call.
shoots out of his fingertips, fires down the hallway. It hits the wall on the opposite side, burns a little patch of the wall on the opposite side. But other than that, it doesn't do anything. What it does allow you to see is that there's another of these cupolas where there are these two statues about 30 feet beyond the original two that are there. The hallway itself, it looks like it might turn in either direction, but it's hard to tell from where you are.
Yeah.
You're investigating this statue?
Yes, I'm gonna try to get into within a safe distance because I don't know if it's gonna come back on.
What do you consider a safe distance?
Probably within like 5 feet, probably.
Okay, so within 5 feet, you can observe it. If you don't touch it, though, you're not going to get a ton of information. Feel free to roll.
Okay, so that's-
Eldritch Blast in case the thing does come back
One
on.
point I got,
Good call.
and I got my sword ready.
Okay, 15.
What's your skill in engineering?
8.
Okay, this is not just a statue, it's a golem of some kind. It has a lot of clockwork mechanicals on the interior. The clockwork mechanicals are made out of platinum, and it's generating a natural heat. You can see through a couple of rusted spots into the mechanicals. It's connected to the floor by these round metal lodestones, which are magnetized. That is connected to the floor. Its feet are connected to the floor. The armor itself is designed in a very ancient fashion. It's almost an elven style, where it has these leaf-like appendages across the knees, some across the shoulders. The helm itself has no eye holes. It's just a solid piece of metal that goes like this. There's not even indentations where eyes would normally be. It is locked in place by that lodestone, and its hands are down at its side. It carries no weapon or shield. 12 feet high, about 6 feet wide at the shoulder. It's not built to proportion. It has extremely wide legs, extremely wide arms. So we're talking about arms in like this. It's not built in human form either. Like, it doesn't have musculature. It's not designed that way. It's designed almost like barrel arms that are very long, like two barrels connected to each other, and then a barrel-y type fist. And it doesn't look like it can open hands. It looks like those gauntlets themselves are designed to just be blunt instruments of doom. The legs themselves are more like elephant feet, where they're kind of rounded at the bottom rather than having any sort of thing. There's a little step down. It's about a half step down, like maybe 6 inches, off of the lodestone platform. And the one to the left is almost identical to the one to the right, except for the rust pattern.
Yeah, guys, I got some bad news.
Yeah.
Oh, sort of good news.
Never seen.
They're deactivated, but they're golems.
Okay!
Watch out for any switches. Do not bump into anything that you think would unlock these guys.
Hey
for
guys,
this.
I remembered something. We gotta show Bart the head. Elf, you have the head.
Yeah. What about it?
Give me the head.
Here.
I jammed my hand up Thalos' head.
What's it?
Thalos. Remember the dead dwarf that we...
Yeah.
And I start using his head as a meat puppet.
I'm gonna smack it out of your hands.
Make an attack roll.
Yeah.
12.
Oh yeah.
He whacks it right off your hand.
Stop being a fool.
Give me that head back. We need it for later.
It
We
went
need it
down
if
the
we want to
hallway
collect the
beyond
bounty.
the edge.
And now it looks like it's battered up. So, could be.
Mitchell's here.
Well, now we're not gonna get any money from the bounty. You idiot.
You got it back, stupid.
So he's missing an eye, so what?
He's missing both eyes.
We don't want any.
So what? He'll be fine.
Come on in, sir.
You get squeaky chair for being late.
Have a seat.
This, Mitch,
Square
is back.
cheekness.
And he became a gangster.
Gangster.
It's a do-rag.
I hate gangsters.
Come here, no fool. This is
For Soviet Union,
it's kinda
kill this man.
upsetting.
Just kidding. For Soviet Union.
So, describing what they see, they've just gone down a hallway. You're with them, obviously. To the left and to the right are these large
Neutral.
golem statues that Jerry just explained are golems, not just statues. There's another set of them about 30 feet ahead of you, and there was a hallway that he
Oh, good,
had
you remember
elders
yours.
blasted across the way. There's a shuffling sound coming from ahead, and the amount of light you can see within is only 30 feet. One thing we do need to do at this point is set up a marching order. The hallway itself is only about 10 feet wide, which means you guys could walk in a Reservoir Dogs line across if you want.
I'm in Michael's bag,
But
like I always am.
but
Why am I Mr. Pink?
who's in front? And
I think I'll be in front.
okay, so the marching order is.
And I'm going.
Rob.
Then I'm going right behind you because
Okay,
if we run into any
Jerry.
trouble,
We're gonna need him in the middle since he has the light.
Alright, I got it.
Okay, then Austin is.
it should make for a good tail bard.
Followed by
Oh, yes, no, I'm gonna love to tell
Meepy.
this one old, but
Falcon Warner.
And then you'll be.
And then
You might not be seeing them for a while.
I'll hold the rear.
Okay, and Mitch is in the
Try not to light your nuts on fire this time.
Okay, guys, we should. Here's a good idea. A good
Holy
idea.
crap!
Whenever we see a golem, we should take out his joints before doing anything else.
expensive, eh?
But that might automatically activate it, so be
So-
cautious when you're trying to do so.
But I mean, think about it. We're all morons. We're gonna bump into a button, leverage them, and go throw all of them on.
I could have went to grad
You
school.
guys walk at 20 feet at a pace, so you're always able to see about 10 feet beyond that. At 20 feet at a pace, so for each round that you walk, you can get about 20 feet of 10 feet of light ahead of you. And as you pass the second set of statues, you start to be able to see what's in front of you. The hallway that he hit wasn't an actual hallway at all. It's a three-pronged portcullis, set a wall on either side, and inside is a room. And shuffling around inside the room is what looks like it used to be a man. Maybe human, maybe elven, hard to tell. It has black ooze pouring out of its eye sockets, of which there are no eyes, black ooze pouring out of its ears, black ooze coming out of various wounds on his skin. All he's wearing is what, basic prisoner garb, which would be your sackcloth shirt and undies. And he's walking around very dirty, very covered in this black stuff that seems to drip out of him. He's made many, many paths around this portcullis room, probably about 30 or 40 paths around. And in doing so has left this really somber-looking trail of filth behind him.
I don't like the looks of it.
To the left, the hallway continues. To the right, the hallway continues. And on either side of this area, which you figure is about maybe 20 feet across,
Surprise.
there's another set of portcullises on either side. So looking at iron bars or steel bars going up into the ceiling on either side of it.
Boop.
There's another set further down the hallway to the left and another set further down the hallway to the right. The hallway goes for beyond the light to the right, and it ends beyond the light to the left. And you can make a choice to go either left, right, or attempt to approach the portcullis. Right now I have you standing at the junction where that's all occurring. No one's taking any steps forward. Rob, you are in front, so you can decide what direction you want to go first.
Am I close enough to that substance where I could analyze it?
You'd have to actually go in the room, and unfortunately the portcullis is up.
Don't do it.
Way to do so. And it does. The creature that's inside does not seem to be paying a whole lot of attention to you at all. It seems to be content in walking around in circles.
He's getting his workout in. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
And it walks very, very slowly, and it doesn't just shuffle. There's definitely a shuffle, like it's
Oh, that's a good
sliding its
dancer
feet,
then.
but it's also the sound as if you were walking through a pool of oil. A kind of like watery slosh sound followed by the greasy slime sound. It's not exactly pretty. It sounds like somebody left a whole field of crap and somebody's walking through it.
The first laugh, everybody. These are the
I flip
jokes.
him the bird.
He ignores you, yeah.
Yes, that's the first time that's ever happened to me.
With black ooze coming out of his ripped out eye sockets, he doesn't
Relax,
seem to be able to
Bart.
see much.
Relax.
It looks like this is some type of arena.
Okay, so who's going to approach, or are you going to approach the portcullis, going to the left or going to the right?
Let me follow close
You're on
behind.
point, so make your choice.
That's right.
Let's avoid this creature and let's. Which do you want, guys? Want to go left or right?
Go up.
Up's
Okay,
not an option.
alright, here, I'll help you go up.
Once again, Michael is forced to close the drawstring.
You can talk when you decide to say something.
Now you got a leather bottom one, so we can't Eldritch Blast his way out of it again.
Oh, me about that.
Which resulted in burning pig riding and various other events.
Hey, you spoke good.
Thank you.
Well.
Okay,
So which way do you think, left or right?
well,
Down.
let's go the opposite way and see what happens.
I'll go back.
Go back.
Is that what you
That
mean?
would
What do
be
you
the
mean the
opposite
opposite?
of going forward.
I mean, do we really want to be one of those
Choices
golems
are
again?
left or right. That's,
Point taken.
if you don't go toward the portcullis, then it's left or right.
What do you mean?
We
the
should
opposite
probably
way?
try left. See what's there first. We may be able to.
Left it is.
We might be able to come back.
You swing a left, pass by a second set of portcullis that leads down a hallway into a larger section of room. Then a second room that's very, very similar to the one you were just in place. And you see once again another shuffling guy. This one has eyes, but he seems to be weeping the black ooze, but he's missing both arms, and it's just every time he takes a step it squirts out of both sides.
Something sounds funny out there.
And he
Yeah.
shuffles around. He does
Might want to
see
stay a
you
bit
guys.
quiet. I don't
As he
trust
starts
this.
to go around. No one's attempting to be stealthy, so he just kind of sees you guys
Poke.
as he comes, and he stops, and he turns his head at an angle that's not quite.
Everybody hold still.
And he looks, and he opens his mouth to say something, and black ooze just pours out and flips and splashes onto the floor. He slowly makes his way toward the actual portcullis, and just stands there staring out of it at you. It can see everyone from where you are, but he doesn't seem to be able to do anything through the portcullis. In fact, he doesn't touch it. He stays about a foot away from it and leans toward it, but never gets any closer than that.
Let's go. I got out
He
there.
continues to try and talk the longer you stand there. Once again, every time he opens his mouth, no sound, just blah, blah,
Stop talking. Stop.
blah,
Quiet it.
blah,
Bleh.
blah.
Guys, this looks like it's a prison.
Yeah, but it's a weird kind of prison. I don't think prisoners do that.
I've never seen, out of all the
Do
ruins,
what?
out of all the ancient ruins I have
Exactly.
discovered, I've yet to see in a prison.
They're oozing out black
All the
gulp
places
when they
I've broken
talk.
into and dined
Oh.
out, and I've seen such
Yeah, my most will do that.
sights. This is beyond anything I have ever seen /
I tried
encountered.
to stealthily move.
Slash
Nothing was in
encountered.
the way that we were
Oh.
originally going, right?
No,
no.
as you
It's
continue
okay.
down this hallway, you get to a corner. In the corner, there's a good fat pool of this black ooze that seems to have been dripped in various directions.
Oh boy.
The pool itself isn't deep. You can still see the flagstones underneath it. And that's when you realize this stuff isn't just black. It's sort of translucent and has like a oily film.
We're gonna cut it every 17 minutes.
This hallway only turns to the right at this point in time, and you can make a choice to go back the way you came and head right, or you can make a right here.
Alright, so looking at the editing for some of these, well, the first one I'm doing right now, I added the intro to the Arcsoft Showbiz setup thing, the timeline. That's only like 40-some seconds. I added the first clip, and it jumped to 17 minutes. So this is going to be a little bit longer because this is going to be at the end of the first part. So stay tuned for several more parts. Some big-ass files.